So, welcome guys to another episode of Kickstart with Rohan. And today's episode is a special episode. This is going to be a special episode that the topic that we used to discuss in our previous episode. This episode is going to be an offbeat from those other episodes because today's episode, the person or whom I will be having a chat with is not any from professional fields, but he's from an educational fields. Okay, he's pursuing his graduate, but he's pursuing as a graduate in a particular field which is one of the most hot topics in India, Indian education system. So please welcome for this special episode our guest, Miss Shayoni Dash. She needs a special introduction because she is my sister. Okay, she is my sister, and presently she is pursuing BBA LLB at Amity Law School, Amity University, Kolkata. So she's pursuing in the law field. So it is going to be an interesting session for me also, as I also don't know much about this session. So I'm also will be having knowledge about this particular field. So welcome Shani to my show, and thanks for giving us time in this. It is also, I know, because you are having class these days, but still you managed to give us time. Thanks. First of all, first thing I want to know, with this corona pandemic, all are being locked in home. So I know you are facing online classes. So how do you cope up with all the things?
See, first of all, thank you so much for having in the show. Like you have already given the introduction, so I don't need to introduce my name. You have given what I'm pursuing also. So let's move on to whatever you're asking. So the thing is, online classes, like first of all, we have faced a lot of problems because of the internet connectivity and especially because of the lockdown. Because normally internet connectivity is not that good. Like with some days it's very nice, some days it's very low, but for the lockdown it went really low. So like it did not pose that much of problem for me, but there are students for whom there were a lot of problems, like those who stay outskirts, like in Siliguri or something or like that. So there are a lot of problems. So first of all, like 60 students in an online class, like this is a huge thing. Like somebody is saying something, the teacher cannot hear, teacher is saying something, we cannot hear. So there were a lot of problems, lot of chaos. Then there was like attendance issues, and normally in class also we have attendance issues. Like the student is present, then also teachers sometimes forget to call the test. So in online class you can like very well imagine what can happen. So all these problems were there. Then like the main problem that I faced was doubt clearing. Like there are many subjects that are really that really have intricate details. So it was really very tough for us to like communicate with the teachers only through WhatsApp. Like continuously writing questions, what to ask, what not to ask, then asking something on online, and the like time of the class is also stipulated. Like if you are in a physical classroom, after class also you can go and meet the teacher and transfer your doubts.
Yeah.
But you cannot do that in online class because they also have like they are in their homes, they also have their children, they have their household works. So this was basically the problem. Otherwise, it was okay. Like after some days, it all became normal, and we have to cope up with the things.
Yeah. So first, having a bit of introduction to you, what you are pursuing.
Yes.
After completing your 12th standard, what made you? What were your intention to go for this particular field?
See, the thing is, like when I got promoted to class 11, from that time only I started taking coaching for law from Career Launch at Park Street. So from that time only, like from class 9 only, almost you can say that I made up my mind that I want to pursue law. So according to that, I started my research about like how can you go about law, like what is law, like what are the future prospects after you pursue law, after complete your graduation. So according to that, I plan to take coaching classes so that I can sit for CLAT. Like that is the main source of getting into a good law school, like National Law University. So I got like I sat for that. Like I started with the coaching, then I sat for CLAT. Like on the first go, I did not clear it. Like obviously, it was not because everybody is not that competent to pass a competitive exam on the first go.
attempt, and
So
that was
first time
examination.
Yes. So first time it like CLAT was not that good, but other examinations like from Christ University, then Jindal and other the private law schools that are there, that exams also Symbiosis Law School, all those exams also I have given. So there I scored pretty well. Then there was some problem in the between. Then I overcame that problem. Then I again searched for CLAT after taking a 1 year gap.
Okay.
Though in that CLAT I scored pretty well. Then I got a chance to go to NLU in Orissa. But
Okay.
at that point of time, I was not ready to go outside again, so I did not go for that. So I chose Amity Law School. Like at that point, I did not know that Amity Law School teaches BBLL.
Okay.
So like Amity is very new to all of us because it has just opened 2015, the law
Okay.
branch.
Oh, it's very new. It's 5 years old.
So like the first batch has also not come out, like the
Okay.
first batch of law. So they will come out this year. They have already got their placements and all. So like this year they will come out. So it was like that only. I wanted to pursue law because in school days also I was involved in this debate, then extempore, then all this speaking and everything. Then I was like a bit of a captain also. Then I became the head girl and all that like leadership qualities and all that people normally have in school days, like extracurricular activities. So I was involved in all of that. So from that only I thought yes, law can be a good profession for me. I can pursue that to make something good or create an impact in the society basically. So I did that also from like this is how the journey started.
Okay, there are, as per I know, there are many streams in which we can pursue law, and that is BBA, LLB is one of them. Just can you give a brief idea about what the profile is?
Basically, BBA is basically Bachelor in Business Administration, and LLB is like the Latin term I cannot pronounce probably because it's Ligum Baccalaureate something of that sort. But it's basically Bachelor in Law degree, like in layman's term if you say. So it's basically Bachelor in Law degree, and like I have studied commerce in class 11 and 12. So it was basically easy for me to go for BBA than to go for BA or like BSc or something like that. And Amity does not provide with BSc. They provide with BCom LLB, BBLLB, and BALLB, and 3 years LLB after completing graduation in some other field.
Okay.
So I opted for BBA because it was easy for me because I have studied the subjects also. I have a basic knowledge about that. I outline about that. So basically, I chose that because of that. And LLB was totally new for me because like during my CLAT preparation, I studied few subjects, but that is not basically LLB oriented subjects. It's basically competitive exam oriented subjects like logical reasoning, analytical reasoning, and all that. So LLB was completely new. Like in first year, we had this contract law, like law of contracts. Then we had legal method. Then we had memorial making and all that, drafting of contracts, like basic subjects that we had. So from that it all started. So basically, and in BBA we had business administration is not like that, but we had management based subjects. Then economics we had, and then normal subjects like English. And also we in Amity they provide with foreign language options. Like you have to that is compulsory till fourth year or fifth year middle or something like that because fifth year is full of internships and projects and all that. So I guess till fourth year. So they provide with French and German. So I opted for French. So basically these are the subjects and this is the profile about BBA. And now in the second year we have studied organizational behavior, then marketing management in BBA, and in legal field we have also studied this law of torts we have studied, then IPC we have studied, then we have studied and many more subjects we have studied. We have studied administrative law. That is very important. Like if you want to go for the civil and all that thing, administrative law is a very important subject. And in fourth semester also we have studied. Then we have studied Hindu law. Like Hindu law is basically family law, Muslim law, Hindu law, both are included in that. So these are the things till now I have studied. Like in
Okay,
the second year or third year.
you are almost in the second year of your career. So in law fields, we generally see that there are fields like civil defense, like this. So when does this specialization comes into play? Whether it is after graduation or within the graduation, when people
See,
can
the
opt for
thing
it?
is, basically, in like most of the colleges, they provide this with after completion of third year, like
Okay.
basically from sixth semester.
Okay.
So now, like the in Amity also, they will provide with that only, like either from sixth semester or from the beginning of fourth year, like
Okay.
seventh semester.
Okay.
So at that time they will provide with this, and in Amity they have basically specialization in business law, international law, and there is one more law I don't like. I cannot recall it right now. But in three of the fields they provide with specialization.
Okay.
and their like sub subjects are also there according to their choice. So you can choose accordingly what you want to do.
So what is your plan for choosing international business?
See, basically, like previously also, I was till the end of first year also, beginning of second year also, I was confused, to be very honest, that what to do and what not to do. And because I don't have a law background, like all the guidance that I have to take, that I have to take from the teachers or my friends, or as I have studied coaching, I have taken the coaching and or from the internet and all the other sources. So basically, on based on that, like now I have decided I'll go for judiciary. Like I'll sit for
Judicial,
the
yeah.
judicial service examination of like West Bengal and all that. So I'll sit for that and with that, first I thought that I will complete my LLM because masters is I guess very important in any kind of field because that gives you a more in-depth knowledge about whatever you are studying.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I will like surely do my masters. That is like there is no doubt about it.
Okay.
Masters is there, and I'll prepare like I'll start preparing for my judicial examination. And like jobs. See, when you are getting into a professional field, you already have that mindset that I need to get a job after I complete. So job is basically there, like it is like omnipresent kind of thing. It's
Yeah.
present but not present, like
Present.
something of that sort. So like basically I've thought of taking corporate law only. And beside that I study like I'll prepare for my judicial service examinations and along with that after completion of graduation I'll go for LLM. So
Okay.
basically this is my plan. So
Okay.
if I can get through judicial so that is well and good. Like there is like nothing good about that. Like till then, fingers crossed that I get through that. Otherwise, I'll complete my LLM and I will do the job. And after that, let's see what happens.
Okay, Shani, just give a idea of the exams that one
Hmm.
need to appear for. Except CLAT, CLAT is there. CLAT is a common entrance one. But except CLAT, what are the possible examinations that one could appear for getting in this law background?
See, basically, CLAT is there. CLAT is the like this. That is
Common
the
one.
main pillar. Yeah, pillar of like law examination. Like first of all, like people like when they think of getting into law, they will go for that. That's for sure. And other than that, I like just to say previously, like there is SET. SET is the examination of symbiosis.
Okay.
And there is KAIST University examination. Then there is ILET. ILET is the examination of NLU Delhi.
Okay.
So basically, I gave this examination. Then there is, I see, like it's been a long time, so I don't remember the exact name of the examination, but these two I remember properly. And there is examination of, like, there is a total examination set that is for only the private universities.
Okay.
Like if you give that exam, you can get through many of the private university law, like private university, those who provide the law
Law
program.
program.
So basically that then I gave the KIT exam also. In KIT I scored like quite well. So there is KIT entrance examination and they take the examination like during your boards only. Like they will take the examination, they will give you a result also. They will start with the admission process. Like they do everything very on a very fast speed. So there is KIT, there is NLU Delhi, as I said, there is Symbiosis, there is Christ. Then there is NLU. Like NLUs, you will get to CLAT only because all the NLUs come within CLAT.
Okay.
So according to that, there is first list, second list, third list. Like according to that, if you like, everybody does not get to the top 4 or 5 like NUJs. Then there is Nalsar, then Bangalore, NLSIU. There, like these are the top 3 or 4 universities that like very few students get. Those who are really good at studies and all this competitive examination specifically. So CLAT will take under all the things, all the other like the national law universities that is there, and other that all the private universities have their specific set of examination, and then followed by their interview session. Then there can be GD group discussion. So according to that, they will set up the procedure. So all the private universities have their like proper set of examination, and there is one set of examination. If you give that, then you can get a list of private universities where you can get admitted. So this is basically the structure.
And how would you suggest that what to get prepared for this CLAT one? Because there are a number of topics which need to be covered for the preparation of CLAT one. So can you just suggest some of the tips and suggestions in order to at least get prepared? Not cracking, at least you can get prepared.
Yeah, tips and suggestions. See, I will basically suggest like those who want, like those who are like law aspirants or they want to pursue law after they complete with their class +2. So I'll basically say ki start your preparation from class 11 only. Like if you can take the burden of 11, 12 plus taking coaching, like people do for like AIEEE and
Yeah,
all that
joint.
medical examination, joint entrance examination, people do. But everybody is like I was also too much burden because 2 days a week, like after completing, like from Monday to Friday, I had to go to school because Tech in India has the like there is also a lot of pressure of attendance. Like you have to maintain 75%, otherwise they are not going to make you sit for the exam. So I had to go to school, then Saturday, Sunday, I had to go for coaching. Then again from Monday to Friday, I have to start with that. And along with that, I have to study for my school also, I have to study for the coaching also. Because when you're getting into some kind of coaching, like it's your duty to at least give some time to that so that you can go through the examination and all that. So it is really a burden. There is no doubt about that. So people, those who like students, those who can take the burden, like they should go for a coaching because in coaching classes what happens, they will give you with a proper structure, proper material, there will be proper teachers, those who can guide you, like you can go and clarify your doubts because logical reasoning and like English and all is still okay, but when you go to the core of competitive exam, no, like all the logical reasoning, analytical reasoning, it's very tough, it's really very tough. Like then I was very, like to be very honest, I was very bad with these relations and all, like blood relations, like I was really bad with that, and
Me
many
too.
students are.
I was not out of
And
the bracket.
like with the reasons you have to solve that, and within that short span, like you have to just pick an answer, and there is negative marking in class. So like it's very like pressurizing, and like you have to sit like this and be like, oh, I have to do something of that sort. So it's very much prescribed that you go for a coaching class. And if you cannot go physically, then there are a lot of these vocational courses, like you can sit at home and take that, like all the what to say, the diction course that they happen, no? Like they will give you materials through internet and all, so you will prepare. But then again, the online thing is, there is so much of discrepancy and all that. So it's better that now I don't know what will happen after Corona, because like when this will go or what will happen, but I guess everything, like if someone wants to take the class right now, so they have to opt for online only. If the institution is ready to provide with, they have the structure of online or like online coaching and all. But whenever this gets over and everything is like stable and everything is going good, a student should always go for a coaching class rather than sitting at home and taking distant courses and all that. So it's very much better because you don't know anything about law. So for that you need a proper, like even if
Structured way to
anybody goes for medical
progress.
examination or for joint entrance, they also doesn't know about that. How much ever they study science or whatever they do, but that core thing is needed from the teachers only, and that you can get only from a coaching class. So it's very much recommended that you go for a coaching class.
Okay. Okay, so, with this you are pursuing this one. I hope you have gone under some internship procedure or some training procedure. So just you can share some of its experiences in a short.
See, I'm just in second year, so
Aspiring lawyer.
first year, yeah, first year, everybody like while I was taking coaching also, like the teachers there used to say that when you're in first year, you should either go for NGO internship or you should go for human rights commission.
Okay.
Like basically, yeah. So like the thing is that on the in the first year of any course, you don't know that like what is there. So if you suddenly go and go and place yourself in a corporate law firm, you're not going to understand anything. They are just going to say you go and make a cup of coffee and print that thing and just come out. They are going to say you this. But if you go to a NGO, because NGO is like non-governmental organization, there you can work like you can show your creativity. Like what you can do, you can suggest, you can do many things. Like you will not be stipulated to a particular set of instructions. So it's basically such that, but as I did not like I did not know how to apply or how to go about that, so I internship in a corporate law firm only, NB Associates. So it is there in that High Court, in the area of High Court only.
Calcutta High Court.
So, Calcutta High Court. So basically, so I was interning with NB Associates only. There was like there were three, they were not interning, like they have completed their graduation from all three have done their graduation from Calcutta University only. They three were there, and there was a sir who guided me throughout. So basically, their thing was based on consumer protection, like consumer forums and all. So I used to go to visit this Alipur Court. Alipur Court was, I used to visit that. I have visited that place a lot. Like they used to take me, and there were basically like consumer cases and all that. Like people have faced few problems, and like there is dispute between two consumers. Like, and basically there was, and third is basically a civil. And civil third this civil case and all that. So there is property dispute also. Then there was this basic. I remember there was this dispute with Monji. Monji News.
Also, Monjins.
So I used to deal with that case also. Then there was like few like eminent names were there. Like you will hear that thing very often. I don't know that oil company name. So sir was dealing with that case. Or like all kind of disputes, like civil disputes that arise every day. Sir was dealing with all that. And then there was property dispute. Property dispute is very common in civil law. So there was this, and there were consumer problem also. Like one I remember, there was this flat. So in like, and there was a kind of shop, like nowadays you see na, in some kind of flat there, like they give rent for what to say, that medical shop or any kind of grocery shop and all. So there was a problem regarding that. So I have dealt with that kind of problem also. Then sir have taught me drafting in the sense how to draft a mail to like, yeah, yes, like how to draft a notice that you can give to other consumers, like they are not supporting anything. Yeah, so sort of taught me that. Then I have told you that I have visited Alipur Court. So there are things, I have seen a lot of things, that how do consumer courts operate, like how the judges come, how they sit, and how the people operate, what kind of cases they deal with. So I have learned that also. Then I visited Calcutta High Court also. So first time, so I got lost, and like I could not find my way. So yeah, there like
Seems to be a very short property from outside, but when you get inside, it's totally kind of bhulbulaiya.
yeah. So I first went there, and there, like the sir said me that you will go there, you will see the like the case number and the judgment, and when that case, like when the judge will come and give, like provide with the judgment, like give his judgment. So I went there with the file, and I entered, and I was like, what, like how will I go? Like there are so many courts, so many lawyers, so many people roaming around, and I'm like, what will I do? Like to whom will I ask, and how can I find that what is the case number, in which courtroom that case is going on and all that. So there is a, like when you reach to some like a third floor or something, so there is this LCD screen, big LCD screen, like on, like in like half of the ceiling is there, in there that screen is there. So there all the things, like all the specificities are mentioned, like all I what to say, like the courtroom number, then case number, then the honorable judge who will give the judgment, and all that thing is mentioned. So it is continuously moving. That LCD screen is continuously moving. So this was my overall experience in the first internship. Now in second year, so I thought I will go, like I also applied for an internship. So this time I thought I will do for, like I'll do my internship under criminal lawyer. So I applied with my CV and all that, and he accepted also. So it was going well and good. Now this COVID came in between, so it is now all in vain. Now I am trying for online internships. I have applied in few places. Let's see what happens. I did not get any like answer or acceptance. So I am just hoping.
Okay, for today's session, I will come up with the last question. Just your view about this talk show. How do you feel after coming this, and what will be your general message to the audience?
See, this talk show is like on, like first time when I saw this, like the thing what was there, the way you gave the introduction, like it attracted me because I am a student. And the thing is, like the way you said that you are like what to say, that you will take interview of people those are freshers in professional field, or just in the last year of their graduation. So I think this will attract a lot of young minds. Because see, we both with the way we both will connect, we will not connect that with a teacher who is having an experience of 30 or 40
30 40,
years.
yeah.
Because you are still in the process, you know what to do and what not to do. No, the thing is that they also know what to do or not to do, but the connection is very important. See, without teachers we are nothing. But this talk show is a bit of like, it is a offbeat talk show, like where only the freshers and the people those who are doing graduation or have just gone out, they will go about their profession. So I think it will reach a larger audience than any other kind of talk show, and I wish all the best for this, and fingers crossed that it should go well. And so it's very good.
Okay, thank you, Shani, for this wonderful session, and I think it's a interactive session with you because this particular professional fields there, I do not find any much candidates over there pursuing it. So I think the viewers will also get much information about what Shani told. So that's all for today's episode. We will meet up with the next episode, coming episode, and please do subscribe this channel, follow this episodes, that upcoming episodes. We will be having candidates from various fields. They are also, we are having pending, we are working upon them. So still now, and be safe because our situation outside is not very well and the cases are increasing day by day. So if be safe in your house, and please follow this channel, acquire knowledge, plan accordingly. And if you have any queries, comments, suggestions, you can reach us through comment section. Our comment section is always open to our viewers. So that's all for today. I will meet up in the next video. Thank you.
Thank you.